Anyway, here we are, back, Doug. Anyway, we don't need to talk about COVID.
No, there's plenty talked about that on Facebook with deniers.
It's pretty...
My daughter's a denier, but she might end up getting it and then she won't be a denier anymore.
It's pretty grim. I went to a funeral of a COVID victim yesterday.
Really?
So, there you go.
Yeah.
He didn't believe in it, actually. He's only 64. Never mind.
Yeah. It's real. I know that much. We can only just hope that we don't get it. We all have to hope that we can have the injection before we might get it.
Well, injection for strain 1 or injection for strain 2?
Well, no, I think that this one covers them all. Internally, I'm as clean as a whistle.
I don't care
It's
what...
just on the outside. You'll just have to get used to me being a filthy scumbag. I'm working in filth all the while, especially today when I'm spraying.
Well, listen, I'll tell you. I don't believe your neighbours. I believe you do bathe every day. I believe you bathe every day, so...
Yes, yes, whatever.
Yeah. Calm down.
Have you made me a coffee?
Yeah, get that radio down, turned down as well, if you don't mind, so for reasons of copyright. Unless you're playing your own records.
Copyright bollocks all of a sudden.
Well, see as you don't
Why'd you make piss water instead of coffee?
Well, hang on a second. First of all, you don't do the videos, I do, and when I upload them,
Why did I listen to you when you said you'll make me a cup of coffee?
If we can hear records by famous artists in
well,
the
I should
background...
turn that off for a second because I am now going to do something with this coffee and make it into something that's what's drinkable. Look at it, you viewers, look at that. Piss water.
Well, something wrong with you.
Switch it off a minute.
Oh. Think about that, Jesse. Eh? Not very happy, is he? That's what you call an ungrateful person, Jesse. Yeah, you know it, I know it, the viewers know it.
If it feels like paradise, I was going to start singing then, but I thought best not in case it's fucking copyrighted as well.
If you sing one of your own hits, you'll be okay.
Yes.
Doesn't look much different, Doug. So it wasn't just an act. Dramatic.
I poured half of it away and put coffee in the milk water. It tasted like something you'd make for a baby on a first cup of coffee.
Well, based on your behaviour, very appropriate.
Yeah. Absolutely disgraceful. I want a cup of man's coffee, thank you.
Never happy. It's not that shock of talking about bathing.
I think I'm going to go over to the Jack Reacher method of coffee, just fucking plain black.
Oh, black, yeah. Well, I keep thinking that if I ever run out of milk due to over-demand from...
Well, the other day I had to go to the doctor's to have a blood test, and I didn't know whether it was a fasting one. Because you sometimes have to have one for blood test and not have any nil by mouth before.
Yeah, no, it depends what the blood test is for. Yeah.
But I can drink water, so I had a black coffee just in case. And it was lovely. I enjoyed it better than the milky stuff.
But you know when they say drink water, they do actually mean just drink water.
Well, they can fuck off sometimes because I'll go there. I'm having blood tests every 3 bloody months and I'm sick of it.
I know what you're going to do.
The regiment.
After this conversation, because I think I've had a chat with the nurse once and I said, just water. She said, yeah, as well, have coffee, can't you? She said, no, just water. So
You don't want you to have your milk and sugar and all that.
Yeah, well, coffee isn't water.
Well,
so
it's pretty much water. It's brown water.
When you go in, you take your medical degree from Cambridge.
Yeah.
And you fight it out with the.
Okay. Well, how did you know I got a medical degree?
It's like your EQ certificate. You printed one up a few years ago.
Again. Back to the EQ.
Well, that's the joke.
You're an idiot. What am I doing? I've forgotten what I'm doing now because I'm talking to an idiot.
I'm the idiot. I know what I'm doing. Doug.
Oh, I know what I'm doing.
You're lost.
I'm doing this.
You're lost. You've had it.
It's Christmas. I don't want to do any work. I'm pig idle. I don't want to do anything.
Well, don't do anything. We'll just. I'll just video talking.
No, because I've got no choice. I've got to get this finished, which it will be done today.
No choice.
No choice. I've to work schedules.
Bullshit. If you work for schedules, you'd have rigid schedules in place. You're full of shit.
Yeah. Well, you started it.
Anyway, you're looking very
With
smart
your
today,
EQ.
Doug. Yeah, with the EQ, yeah.
Yeah.
Looking very smart.
Yeah.
What's this then, Doug? You know, I know you're not doing any work.
It was a
Just
it's
a
a
schedule.
GNL. You saw it coming in when I started it.
I can't remember. I've got no memory, Doug. I'm getting old now.
GNL. He just came in. He sanded it down himself, and he wanted it old-fashioned
Oh,
antique burst.
yeah, I remember it now. Yeah. So, because I'm such an idiot. Doug.
Yeah,
I
yes.
don't know, do I? You know.
No, I know this.
Very nice.
Yeah. So I've done the neck.
And you don't know where it is.
Yeah, I do. It's there.
Oh, pardon me.
See, there's the neck. I've stripped that down and
You're doing like
sprayed
nicotine
Nicotine-
lacquer.
nicotine lacquer, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's that one done.
Let's just slap it on then. So I could look. Actually, I think it'll look quite nice.
It will look nice, yeah.
The colours match quite well.
Obviously there'll be lacquer in the neck hole, which we'll have to
Anytime today.
clean out. Well, I can't put it in there.
Got to go to bed later.
Won't fit.
Shit.
There's lacquer.
Who are we going to get in to finish the job then?
Hey?
Who are we going to get in to finish the job if it won't fit?
Oh, I'll get a man in.
Hang on, we're still videoing.
Oh, you can bollocks.
Just
insult me
stop
like
being
that.
like a baby and get that fucking neck back.
You've
down
hurt
on
my
this table.
feelings now. It won't fit.
Twat.
It won't fit until I sort it.
It's a joke, as usual.
Well, it won't
Let's
fit.
see the neck. Let's have a look at the neck.
The
Come
neck's
on.
lovely.
Calm down. What else? I say 9128. There.
Anyway, that's that one. And I'm doing a Rickenbacker as well. Wow, creamy one.
Oh, that thing, yeah. I don't like the look of that. This is not. Just get a bit of saliva on that. And let's see the
Shine.
beauty of the
No, why, Jess?
the sunburst. What's that pour? Jesus! I'm gonna lose an arm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's alright. You'll have to just Nelson coat.
He was up at management.
That's true, yeah.
I'm down in the trenches with the scum.
That's right, yeah.
I hope we've got revolt. What are you doing? Wonder why dogs get up, move around and sit back down in exactly the same position.
I don't know. I don't know why they do that.
Maybe it's just need a break. Flex the muscles.
Yeah. Circulation. This is just an initial polish, you understand. It has to go through 3 polishes.
Why not 4?
Well, 3 normally does it.
Ah.
You stop when it's done.
Let's get on the bench then, Ace, have a look. Coming through, beast. This dog's definitely deaf.
She is, Jess is, yeah. It's obviously a thing that old dogs go through. It's that's the second one, by the way, not the first.
Doesn't look like a second. I'd say that's more of a first pass to me.
How do you know?
I've been here long enough. I know your tricks.
Well, that's the second anyway.
Of course, I just made that up.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's polish. That's just
I was looking at
soap.
Curious.
That's just all them marks are the soap marks. They come off when you polish it.
Nobody in the right mind would doubt a curiosity dog.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very nice.
So it's going through its final stages now of polishing.
I will say I like the look of that.
I do. I love it.
It's very nice.
I like the simple
No,
finishes.
I like the colours.
The colours are nice, aren't they?
You've not done a bad job there, actually. Not done a bad job. I like the brown. I like it.
Yeah.
He's a very lucky chap. It's a man, I take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has he? Have you sent him any pictures? Has he seen it?
No, I haven't sent him any.
When's he coming round to
He
check it out?
wanted me to, but I didn't.
Why didn't you?
I'm asked.
What a
Customer relations have fell by the wayside with me, haven't they?
I'm so sick of swearing at you. I'm going to stop swearing. Well, what's his name?
Don't know.
Don't be silly.
I don't.
You can't remember?
No.
Well, okay, Mr. No Name.
I'll tell you his
If he's
name.
looking at the video, he can see it here now, can't he?
I remember his name. I've got it written down here.
Written down.
That isn't it, though.
What's his name like? Three.
No, I'm not going to put the bastard.
Three pounds of sausages, 12 eggs, and some belly pork. That's a strange name, isn't it?
I've lost it all. I've lost my mind.
Yeah. I won't come over and film the prices. I'll have the taxman round here for you now.
Oh, all the stuff's arrived for the...
Yeah, we'll do that in a second.
No, I've lost him.
Okay.
He's become a mystery to me. Oh, I found a bit on this. Found a bit there.
What's that excuse? You can just sand it all down.
Can you feel it?
Yeah, but
Feel that?
You think that's just in the lacquer?
Yeah.
Well, just polish it down. That'll be okay.
I'm going to.
Doug, you have my permission to proceed.
Because nothing's finished till it's finished.
Things ever finished sometimes, Doug?
No.
What's that saying? Good work, quality work, or is never finished? It's just abandoned.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's about music. Who's it said that?
Oh no idea. You've probably made it up.
No. Somebody told me that. Then when I told somebody that, they said that the person who told me had pinched it off them, and apparently it's something like it's some thespian from centuries ago. Apparently. There you go. It's vanished.
Well, the lump's vanished. Now I've got to buff it back up.
Not more buffing.
Yeah, more buffing.
Watch that dog.
More buffing. Jessie's great at being in the way, isn't she?
Yeah. I'm amazed she's not had a broken leg with your bulk going past. What do you think? Hey? This not being broken by a big fat Doug, hey? Yeah. Jolly good, jolly good. I like the colour of that.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
And you go past. Obviously, don't forget though, dogs do lie in places like that so that they're always being disturbed, don't they?
Yeah.
It's attention, I suppose, isn't it? Let's look at these tuning peg
All right,
things.
well, the stuff that's arrived for the Telecaster, the gold one, just gold stuff. I don't know why I don't know why they package them in things that you can't get them out of. It's because it's super tight. Obviously worked out on computer because it's so tight that a human person with human hands can't get them out. Anyway, I've got it out. So I was lying, you can get them out.
Yeah.
There's the bridge. 24 karat gold, obviously.
24 karat gold,
Yeah,
there you
well,
go. Only
yeah.
the best for Doug.
Yeah, it is. And screws, gold.
Gold screws.
Gold screws, Gotto. Look, Gotto stuff, which is very good
Very
Gotto
nice,
stuff
yeah.
as nowadays, which is why I've chose it.
What was it? Was it shite years ago or something?
Yeah, it started
really?
out a long time ago though. It started out not so good.
I've got a Gotto trem on that blue Strat. It's a
Yeah,
fantastic trem.
yeah, they are. They're really.
Just as good as the
really,
shallow one.
Oh yeah, they're probably better in some ways.
Let's look at those machine heads. That's just.
They're lovely.
They're not.
These were recommended to me by the suppliers. They said they've.
No, you fell for that. Fell for that one.
No.
It's probably
No.
about 90% markup on them.
No, they're just brilliant machiners.
They're not locking, are they?
These were the same kind of machiners I fitted on the 24 string.
Yeah.
You know, I'll play a guitar.
Not lock. I can't believe anybody who doesn't have locking machine heads.
Well, they don't.
Well, I can't believe it.
Probably people like you who don't
simply
have
can't
to
believe
tune the
it.
guitar out of them.
A bit cruel, isn't it, that? Well, considering you've heard my magical fingers at work, the mere fact that you hint at a lack of tune means you...
You have to put that in
You're
the
a
fire.
nasty man.
Oh, more rubbish.
Yes, I will, if you want me to, yes. Hey up.
Did you get
I think
close?
no, I think I'm going to
I'd
make
put
a
a
claim.
claim in, yeah.
I think I've ripped my jacket.
Yeah, there'd be put it in the book.
Tell you what, I'll do. Well,
I think my modified coffee.
jolly good. Pardon me, just itching.
People can't see you pecking your nose behind that, can
wasn't,
they?
I was-
Because the camera's facing this way.
I was itching my nostrils.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody else would call that pecking your nose.
People on who watch your our channel,
Yeah.
they have seen me because they've seen my guitar videos.
Yeah.
Quite a few people have said like, can't believe such a handsome man behind the camera.
No,
Filming that
there's,
ogre.
there's nobody stupid enough to come out with a stuff like that,
Yeah,
apart from
yeah.
yourself.
It's probably a fan club being set up on my
You,
behalf.
you fucking won't get a fan club, will you?
Well, hang on. If
I did notice something about that last video.
The
by
elephant
way.
man.
I'm blowing my bloody nose all the while these
Oh, yeah.
days. It's all the dust.
something like that, Doug. Yeah.
Well, it is.
Yeah. Well, again, in the last video, we go back to issues of extraction.
And I think my super duper plastic table now is showing where yes, I've burst a couple of my bubbles. Look, 3 bubbles burst.
Why are you using this thing? You're like a fucking tramp.
It's lovely to wipe down. It's very soft on the guitar.
It's the kind of thing that like you use when you're living under a motorway underpass.
Well, you can have it for when you go home.
Hey, very nice and quick there, Doug. Very good, very good. Yes. Yeah, just stop behaving like a tramp. Just like, you've got a nice bench there.
It's a lovely bench. You can't put this on the lovely bench. It's hard wood.
Well, you designed the bench, so why did you design it?
I didn't
not
make a bench out of rubber, did I?
No, but why did you design it so you can't put your instruments on the bench to work on them?
They'll be stupid. Of course you can put them on the bench as you're working on them until you've sprayed them. Once they're sprayed you can't. They're too hard to finish. They'll knock your paint.
Have you got in place any documentation about your ISO business practices? Are you ISO accredited?
What's you talking about?
You know,
This isn't a business, is it, anymore? This is hobby. This is me, as they say, pottering about it in a person's shed.
This is just a retired pastime, a retired man's pastime.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, you tell me. What is it?
You tell me.
Well, I'm trying to make it sound like it's better than it is.
Okay. I wouldn't bother. Everybody knows what to do, and everybody knows what it is.
Yes. Don't go losing your sense of humour.
Me moving out of a great big factory with broken windows.
Well, okay. You shouldn't have had such a temper then, should you, when you were younger?
Shouldn't have had a factory by a canal. That's a certain fact.
What do you think it was the...
All the kids could go on along the towpath
Oh, yeah,
and throw
yeah.
bricks at the windows. It's good fun, isn't it? Putting windows in.
Did you hear a
and
shout?
Smashing.
Where's that prick Wilkes? There he is.
Yeah.
Have you bought the gravel? Yes.
Bricks, more like, not gravel.
Bricks. You get to say now that the bricks came through and damaged the instruments.
No,
They never did.
no. They just broke the windows. And the biggest problem with it was, in the factory, that it was just heartbreaking. You'd go in the winter especially,
Oh, yeah.
you'd go in and another window had gone
Oh,
in.
yeah.
And it's cold, it's letting rain in and everything else.
Well,
I mean, it was such a big unit that nothing was by the edges, by the windows.
Yeah.
You know, you couldn't have had anything by the windows because of this.
Yeah.
But it was 10,000 square foot, that factory. With
Too big.
all the
Cold anyway, probably.
And it was very cold. We had a massive big space heater.
You have like a jet turbine
A
job.
big jet, yeah. And it warmed the place up. It was 10,000 square foot, it'd warm it up in a couple of minutes.
Should have just got one of your Peg or bloody Nick. Just get on a ladder and just... But it probably sounds like you need a permanent glazer in the team.
Well, we ended up just with plastic windows.
That's what, yeah, or cardboard.
No, plastic.
Plastic.
So we had light coming in. But it just looks horrible, doesn't it? Sheets of plastic up at your windows.
Yeah, but the only people who were probably looking at the windows were the scum that were breaking them.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I hated all that, and so it was very cheap. The factory was so cheap, it was worth keeping on.
So you just rent it?
Just rented, yeah, and it was in Hanley, which was great. It was a very good place to be.
I thought it was Middleport.
No, it was in Bottisloe Street, Hanley.
Which one's Which one is?
Comes down from the top Street? By the bus station. It did, and then down to Lick Road. It was.
I thought that was Litchfield Road.
Parallel with Richfield.
I thought that was Litchfield Road.
Parallel. Bottisloe ran parallel with it.
Bottisloe, it comes.
Litchfield went down to the roundabout.
Yeah.
And Bottisloe went down to the
bit
road.
towards Leek direction more. Yeah.
Towards Leek, but only 100 yards.
Yeah, and there's a pub at the bottom.
There was,
there, which is now shut. I think it's a co-op or something. Oh.
Yeah, but it was the factory was really nice.
But you were near the canal, weren't you? In the other one.
In fact, Ron, you remember Ron, don't you? Ron and Jenny.
Thumb, yeah.
Ron had his AVM music shop in there.
Did he?
Yeah, because I think the rent went up in Clough Street in his shop. It wasn't viable anymore.
You mean so?
Ron had an AVM music shop next to AVM recording studio.
Yeah, there's AVM with Les Hunt. Yeah,
yeah,
AVM,
Les Hunt, yeah. Ron had a music shop attached.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Next door, and so they were next door to each other, so they were attached. And but I say when the AVM music shop shut, I think it wasn't viable for Ron to stay in his shop as well.
Yeah.
So he moved his shop into my office section, as it were, assembly section.
Yeah.
Because it was such a big factory, it was didn't even notice him there really.
Is that already dead? Obviously, is that his business?
Yeah. Selling guitars and amps and stuff.
Are you kidding me? I thought he's an electrician.
Yes.
As well.
Qualified electrician, yeah.
And she was a teacher, wasn't she, Jenny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Music teacher. Anyway, so that's what I did there, and so I was there for 3 years. Circumstances changed lots, and because the band was very busy. With we were doing summer season work and everything.
Yeah.
So I'd got nobody to leave in charge anymore, so it wasn't worth me keeping it all on. I'd had enough. I just had enough. That's why I was doing all the summer season work, just taking that. I didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, and based on what you really did have nobody you could leave in charge.
I didn't. Well, it didn't just that. I didn't want the business up there because it was just working and working just to pay bank.
Oh, you won't make any real money or anything?
No, there's no point.
Well, at least you had to go, eh?
Yeah. It was okay. We were fine in the first factory.
Yeah.
It was a really good factory. Very warm, very cosy. Everything was right about the place. And then after 3 years, instead of him dropping the rent, which was the agreement, because I paid, on top of my rent, I paid for the installation and payment for all the gas central heating.
Oh yeah.
So that should have been dropped after 3 years. That was the agreement, and then they go back to normal rent.
Yeah.
And it went up 40% instead.
All right.
Because that's what the snivelling little bastard did to me, the landlord.
Well, you can have.
That's business, I suppose. But there you go. Because he thought I'd be entrenched in the place with all my machines weighing about 7 ton, and that would be it. I wouldn't leave. I'd just take it on the chin. He did the same to the people next door, who was chromer. He was chrome plating people.
Oh yeah.
And he had to take it because he'd installed such massive stuff.
Oh yeah.
And he didn't know where to take it with chemicals and everything else.
Yeah.
But I didn't have to take it.
Yeah.
So I moved across the canal into over there.
I can't see where the canal is there.
It's right in between.
In Bottisloe Street.
You come down there at Bottisloe Street.
It's on a hill.
You're on a bend.
It's on a hill, though,
isn't
isn't
it? Canal. And there's a big factory on the left before the canal, which is where I ended up. It was broken up into units. It had been a big pot bank, and straight over the canal, turn left, it was the Trent Industrial Estate.
Yeah, I mean I've been there, but I can't remember it.
Yeah.
All I can just picture Bottisloe Street as being on a hill.
There was loads and loads of industrial units, all off them 2 factories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a bit of a. There's a lot going on in the background that you don't see.
Lots of going on. Yeah, there was lots. There was people making windows. Woodworkers making windows. There was people making furniture. There was, I tell you, Jason. You know Jason the guitarist?
His dad had a foundry.
Rider. He had a foundry, not a foundry, but he was doing brass work and everything, yeah.
Well, he did have
a foundry. I think it was a foundry, perhaps, yeah.
He did have a foundry.
That was in that unit.
Yeah.
That was in that same factory. It was massive.
Yeah.
Dave Stirrup had his clothing factory in there.
Oh, is that where it was?
Yeah.
I had been there years ago to get some, when I was in the Gents with Hank and Moon, and we had like some red and black spotty shirts off Stirrup.
Yeah.
I've still got it actually.
Yeah. So there you go. So that was all that.
Yeah.
And, but I didn't like the factory in the end.
I will say about Dave Stirrup, he did make a good quality clothing item. Yeah.
Still does. I think Janice is making all the curtains out in Benidorm.
Yeah, because Hank has bought a house over there.
Does he?
And he's him and Stirrup have got up and had a jam at an open mic. The joke is they'll put a band together. He's in the same area as Stirrup now.
All right.
I don't know if Stirrup's. I don't know if that Stirrup guy's got like a mansion on the hill.
Albeit.
But
there's two places to the right of you looking at from the coast of Benidorm, and that's Albia and Altea.
all I know is Hank said
only
it's
2 miles from Benidorm.
It's near to Dave Stirrup apparently, yeah. So I don't know exactly where it is.
So Hank's living over there then, is he?
We bought a
Caravan?
a big house, I think. Not a big house, but I think he did tell me he was going to do it up as a B&B, which obviously probably won't work right now, will it? Of course.
No,
But I think
work now.
I think he went there earlier this year, just at the start of the troubles. Back at it.
Yeah. Pretty close to being done, this is.
Very good.
Just a bit more on the back now. And we'll see. I think it's pretty good now. Quite pleased with it.
Very nice, very nice.
Coming in it.
Yeah, nice. Does this guy gig? Well,
I don't know. Didn't ask him. Don't know him. If you look at it, you can see that it's not a perfect brown on the edges, just in places, because that's how it would have been when it's rubbed. It's a rubbed finish. So that's how I've done it, so that it isn't a perfect finish, because French polishing isn't, and if it's a brown antique burst, it's got to be antique. So that's how I've done it. I've left it in places to make it look like that. Don't think it's polished enough there. It is now. Yeah.
where wasn't it done?
Hey?
Where wasn't it polished?
I'll show you. There.
Where did it need doing more?
There.
Yeah.
Everything else is okay on there. It's alright, that is. Bit of monkey spit on that now, or better known as polish.
Go on then, do a blast of that, then I'm going to go because I've got to get back home.
Okay, well I'll do that here.
Oh. Got to get me phone done.
I've got some beeswax
Oh yeah.
spray.
Oh,
Very good, only a
I
pound.
use that, yeah.
Wood silk is very good. gives it a nice finish.
When you use that, if
Yeah.
you want to get your hands dry, you need to set them on fire for about 3 days.
Oh, okay.
That's so waxy,
It is.
it never leaves.
Doesn't.
It never leaves your hands if it comes in contact with your skin.
That's right. But it does a nice job of getting rid of the soap.
I do my guitar that I'll put like get a kitchen towel just to take the excess off.
Yeah.
Because it is quite it is
It
quite
is. It is.
rich, isn't it? Yeah.
It is rich, and it's a good thing. It's a good polish. I say it's about £1 from the pound shop.
Well,
I
it's
think.
a bit more than that.
Something like that. Well, it was £1.
About
yeah.
£1.50 or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not going to break the bank, is it?
No.
It's certainly better than Mr. Sheen.
Yeah. Mr. Sheen hasn't got any wax in it, does it? It's just silicone.
Actually, you've got a good point there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely nice.
Microfiber cloths are very good, aren't they?
I wouldn't use a microfiber cloth when I'm waxing because you don't want to suck all the wax up there too much.
Well, this does a nice job, I think, so I'll carry on with what I'm doing.
You know, watching you do that, now it makes me realise why your house is so sparkling inside. Every surface.
That'd be nice,
Not a
wouldn't it?
trace of dust inside. Now I know why.
Do you know, no matter how much
You definitely look.
the place is cleaned, and it is cleaned a lot, it always looks like a shithole.
Yeah.
Because it's so busy all the while in there.
You're definitely a level 3 waxer. I'll give you that. I take it you've not had your professional cleaner around for a while, because obviously she's not coming around.
Well, I
is
have, actually.
she? Okay.
I've had it cleaned.
I'll edit that bit out.
I haven't had the professional cleaner around because she can't come round
Oh,
because of the
what's her name?
COVID.
What's her name? Is it Sue?
So, yeah,
Yeah.
because of the COVID. Yeah. There you are, that's coming up lovely now.
Otherwise known as Lovely Lovely.
It is.
Yeah.
That's done, I think.
Where did I got that from? I might have got that from you, you know. I'm known for saying lovely, lovely. I think I got that from you years ago. Lovely, lovely.
Yep.
Lovely, lovely. And you know where you got it from, don't you? Lowell and Hardy, probably. Because
I don't think they ever said it.
didn't Oliver Hardy say, oh, lovely, lovely?
No.
Lovely, I think he did.
Don't think he did.
That reminds me, I've got a load of old Lowell and Hardy DVDs. I can watch some of them at Christmas. Well, actually, tell you what I might watch. That film about Christmas Tale about Scrooge, but the one with that American actor in, George C. Scott.
Oh, yeah.
It's brilliant.
Didn't he do the Beauty and the Beast? He did, yeah, he did
No,
Scrooge.
he plays
as well,
Scrooge, but
didn't
he's
he?
really nasty. You know,
Yeah.
it's quite
Yeah, I
a
like
bit of a
the
nasty
Albert
film.
Finney
It's
one,
great.
actually.
Uh,
But if you're going to go a new Christmas one, Christmas Chronicles is fabulous.
never heard of it.
It's a new film, and it's Goldie Hawn and her husband, what's his name?
Russell.
Russell.
You put me off it straight away.
Jane Russell.
Jane Russell.
What Russell is he? Russell
Hello.
Crowe?
Memory Clinic, please.
Somebody Russell.
Kurt
Russell.
Kurt Russell.
Kurt. Anyway, he's very good in it. He's a very good Santa.
Well, he has been an actor for about 50 years.
No, he makes a great Santa.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. It's a good Santa. If you like Santa movies, it's the best one. Really? No, there's no nay about it with your moaning.
Well, it's subjective, Doug.
You haven't seen it, and you can complain about it.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
It's typical of typical of your breed, yours.
Okay,
I'll
thanks.
moan about this before I've even seen it.
No, I was moaning about the prospect of me having to watch it, but I will.
You haven't got to watch it. I'm not making you.
I'm going to watch it.
I just recommended it because
No, I'm
it
going
is
to watch
good.
it, so you can't complain.
No, don't watch it. I don't want you
You
to.
can't complain.
I don't want you to. I want you to be the only person in the country that hasn't watched it.
The Grinch is quite good.
That suit you, yeah. The Grinch. Your
Uh,
sort of movie.
what's that one with Billy Bob Thornton? Is it like Bad Santa?
No, that's brilliant.
Bad Santa. Is he like a drunk? He is, isn't he? Yeah.
No, he's not like a drunk. He's a drunk.
He's a drunk. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's like a drunk.
No, he isn't like one. He is one.
Like a drunk.
No, is one.
It's the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
Well, it is for the sake of this argument. That is pointless. Otherwise known as just being awkward.
No, it's funny. It's funny, that is.
Can't just mallet it in like you normally do. See, you've definitely been watching Paul and Hardy, you have. You've got all these tricks, these facial expressions.
Might have to sand this. I know it might come to that. This is the problem with making the joint nice and tight and snug and looking great, is you always have problems with
After
the
you've
paint
lacquered it,
finishes.
yeah.
So I might have to be at it.
It's not the worst problem in the world, Doug.
No, it
At least
isn't.
you know what the problem is,
Yeah,
and it's an easy fix.
yeah. I don't know whether this might work with this worn out thing. This
Well,
one.
hang on, why don't you just use what you normally use? Haven't you got a technique for doing that? Or does it make up every job?
Every job. Just make it up as you go along.
More whiskey, sir?
It's only tight, it's only a fraction.
What, like 1/128?
This is a smashing tool.
It does the job, Doug.
I've had loads of thick tools that do the job, but none that really do the job. That does the job. That's a really good tool, that is.
So what we're saying is when the pitch of the voice goes down, it's an indicator that it's a really good job.
A really good job.
Really good job.
Really good job. Oh, I think I found a nice song for us. Oh, so I had a
Where?
on the
What, to play
things.
where? You lost your mind?
I don't know when we do finally get to play.
Go on then, what is it?
The grey, green grass. That's a good song.
Green grass. Well, there's a programme called The Green Grass, isn't there?
There is.
Uh,
The old hotel looks the same as I stepped down.
if a venue opened now and we got up and did Road to Hell with Dave, people would be looking in tears, clapping, saying, "Oh, thank God, some relief to this pain." I think people would actually enjoy Road to Hell
Yeah.
again. Having been pushed close to mental exhaustion by our relentless playing of it over the years, they'd probably enjoy hearing it again now.
What do you think they'll be thinking? Oh, I wish I hadn't have moaned at this.
We should probably do another, assuming we ever play again, which, you know, is not guaranteed.
It isn't guaranteed.
Probably do another Chris Rea track.
Yeah.
I think that one, Josephine, I'm sending all... How's it go?
I'm going to have to
Josephine,
re-lacquer this corner.
I'm
Look,
sending
that's
all
taking
my
the edge off it. Back to the spray booth with that.
No, I'm going to go. You're just dicking about so much. I've lost it with you.
I've had enough of that.
You've had enough of it. I'm supposed to be filming a award-winning
I'm
video.
going in there to do something
You were
else.
just making me look silly.
I don't care.
Have you noticed that you're starting to slur a lot more?
Am I?
You're getting tired. You go,
I'll mumble, you mean?
yeah, mumbling
That's a
and
different
slurring.
thing. I'm not slurring.
Well,
I'm muttering.
I think it's lack of commitment to this video production that we're doing.
Is it?
Yeah. Don't
Well, that
change the
didn't-
subject by
That didn't work, did it?
altering my attention. Yeah. Well, listen, let's just say goodbye now. I'm going to
Yes,
go. I need to go and
let's
get
say
my...
goodbye. I've got to do the white one now, so
What?
I'm going to be busy all day now. I'll be work and slave work.
Otherwise known as straight in the house, watch some telly as soon as I've gone.
That's the one.
Where is this white one then? Let's just have a quick look at it quickly.
I'll fetch it out.
Yeah. Josephine, I'm sending all my love.
Somebody put a video on of oh, for fuck's sake, a country artist playing a song. It was just a song, another country song, you know.
They'll never send
Grandad's Down the Well or something song.
Grandad's Down the Well.
I don't know. It was
Grandad's Down the Well.
Well, it's something like that.
By the band Oh For Fuck's Sake.
Yeah, that's
something.
it. That's the one.
Yeah.
A country song, anyway. But he played a great country solo in it. Somebody put it on Facebook, and it really is it's a really, really good solo.
Good for him. Very good.
It's something we can all play. It isn't anything that we can't play.
It's
It's just something that we haven't played.
Don't be fooled. Simple isn't always easy.
No, I know.
You try play 4 notes with a bit of vibrato and a bend. 99% of guitarists will bend out of pitch. The vibrato won't be right, and that's me included. Even me, Doug, won't get that right half the time.
Anyway, this is the off-white guitar now. Cream guitar.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know. It's bloody horrible.
What's wrong with this? A Rickenbacker? Is that what's wrong with it? Anyway, I've just got to scrape the edge binding properly, and then I can lacquer it. I've just started scraping the edge binding, so...
Paint finish is a bit odd.
What do you mean?
It looks like it's textured.
Well, that's because I didn't put a lot of thinners in it. I wanted a thicker build-up.
Artex look.
It won't be an Artex look when I've finished it.
Calm down, Doug.
It's got to have about 10 or 12 coats of lacquer on it yet.
Yeah, it's very satin, isn't it?
Yes, it is very satin at the moment. Eggshell.
Same thing. Almost, yeah.
So I've got to clean my hands up. I've got to wash my hands before I start touching it and working on it.
Set them on fire.
Yeah.
What's this double? It's got a double truss rod.
Yes, the Rickenbackers do have double truss rods.
A doubler.
They're good, aren't they?
I don't know. I'm no expert on truss rods, Doug.
Well, the truss rod system in these are brilliant, except that they use very mild steel, and it bends too much. So when you want to tighten it up a lot, obviously the force of pushing the rods, because they're twin rods as well, upwards, pushes that nut into there. And you've only got a certain thickness of wood there, very thin, and then you can't get your spanner on the jobby.
There's not much room, is there?
No.
For your spanner anyway.
They've improved it recently. They've improved the system.
Yeah, since they made this one. Yeah.
Well, they were all like this.
So
I mean, they've actually cut away a bit there. You can see. You can see 2 grooves. No, I think they have 2 grooves.
Well, it's not even. It's not even. You think if they're doing the factory, it would be more even? Looks like.
Why would it be more even?
Well, because if you build
one's tightened more than the other.
Yeah, but if you're doing something in the factory, you don't do it like with a knife and fork, do you? You do it properly with a tool.
No, they've done it with a knife and fork.
Fair enough.
A blunt one. It shouldn't matter.
No.
You can take the truss rods out, you know, if you break one. It's unslacken it and it'll pull out.
Can't you do that?
That's all the way.
Why don't you do that and then just knock some more wood out the bottom, do an improvement for the client, and then whip them back in again. You can even give them a bit of an oiling, keep them in good condition.
You don't put oil on truss rods.
Well, maybe we've just hit on a new revolutionary technique.
No, we haven't, because I've had a broken guitar neck in once that somebody had oiled the truss rod, and the oil had seeped, or sorry, it should have said leached into the wood, and then he'd broken the headstock, and then every time I tried to glue the headstock back on, it just fell back off virtually.
Yeah.
Because oil had leached into the wood.
Too much oil though, that's the problem, you see. I was talking about just a mild slither.
Well, don't want any oil in it.
You're no fun, are you? You're no fun.
You don't want any oil in the truss rod hole.
Probably, I've given you two possible projects.
Idiotic projects, yeah.
Where we could have made some decent money next year, and you just blasted them both down.
Yes. The truss rods that they used in the 60s and 50s, or whenever they came up with the idea, were very good. Didn't work too great, but they were very good. The idea was fabulous.
Worked well enough for Geddy Lee and Lemmy, and there's probably some the guy from the Jam.
I think. I don't know.
Police again after you.
Yeah.
Doug, I know you don't do any work anyway, but when are you officially stopping for Christmas?
I'm stopping on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, great.
Having 2 days off, then starting again. Because when I say starting again, I'm not exactly working very hard at the moment.
No, take it easy.
I'm taking it really slow. This should have been done by last week, and it'd be lucky to be done by today. But it will be done.
I take it it's a Christmas present, of course.
No, I wouldn't think so. I think it's just having it done while we're all shut down.
Oh, right, yeah.
And we're not going to open anytime soon, are we? So there'll be no too rush. And he won't need to have it for Christmas Day, will he? Because he'll be too busy getting pissed.
So the man with no name
Yeah.
won't be getting his bass for Christmas Day anyway, so...
He could do. He could have it later on today if I finish it off. So I've stopped filming.
Just
You
power it
stop
out.
filming me.
Power it out. You haven't got much to do, have you now? What's that on the back there?
What's that? Them holes for the back plate.
Oh, of course, yeah, yeah.
There's an adjustment hole for the tilting.
It's alright, I'm losing my mind, Doug. I'm losing my
It's
mind.
alright. There's a tilting hole anyway. There's a bolt hole and 2 screw holes.
No, I even forgot that a plate goes on the back to bolt the neck on.
Alright.
It's all the sort of 9 to 5 working, it's just...
Oh, it's getting to your brain, is it?
Falling to pieces.
Oh, there's
Anyway.
a thing there.
That
Feel that there?
Yeah, I don't want to feel it. That just adds to the
It's a nump.
authenticity. It's a nump.
It's a nump, yeah.
What kind of words do you come up with? You talk utter bollocks.
Well, it's not a big lump, is it? It's just a slight lump, which is a nump.
In the last 2 or 3 videos, you've come up with ludicrous words, and you said, that's a luthier term.
What, leaching? That was
Yeah.
one I came out with. You
Can I ask you
didn't
something?
like. Yeah.
Are you making fun of me?
No. Nature beat me to it.
We've heard that one before.
Yeah.
No, you did execute that much better on Facebook a few months ago.
Was it to Robert Rusby?
Yeah, poor chap. That you said, have you seen him? Nature's incredibly cruel or something like that. I mean, you were a bit cruel there, Doug.
I just had enough of him.
Yeah.
Well, he called me a racist.
Yeah.
That was the final straw for me, I'm afraid. Just ridiculous.
He wasn't born bad, he's just lost his way. He's probably come round again now and he's back to being pleasant.
No.
Yeah.
And he's done it now with me.
Yeah.
I don't hold grudges normally, but this time I'll make an exception.
Yeah. Double grudge.
I don't like that.
Double grudge.
I didn't like that because he was trying to shut down the argument with his idiocy, and that won't do it for me. So anyway, let's talk about pleasant things.
I thought you were looking at clamps then. You were eyeing past me. And I thought you were going to say, I've had somebody else wants one of my clamps.
No.
Get it off the wall, Carl.
No, I'm not getting rid of my clamps. I'm going to send. I will send Andrew that clamp. He wants one. He wants some, so I'll send him one.
Well, I've tagged him on the last video and I put his URL in the video, so
Yeah.
he'll be expecting it. Otherwise, you're going to be known as like Doug.
That bastard who talks the talk and doesn't walk the walk.
Not only will you now be known as not delivering instruments,
Yeah.
you'll be known as not delivering gifts.
That's right. Yeah. I'm a
You know
bad
what?
person.
The only people you don't deliver to
Yeah.
are either in the South, the Middle or North America. There must be something about the USA and Canada.
I like the USA and Canada.
Well, nothing seems to get there.
Well, I'll get around to it.
So let me ask you again.
Yeah.
Have you heard from Les?
No.
Have you messaged Les?
No.
Okay, I'm just checking. Every video, I'm just checking. Yeah.
I really mustn't.
Yeah. Les, are you there?
I put one of his old guitars that I'd built him up on Facebook today.
I wanted to ask you about that. I remember that you sort of literally sort of encased it in liquid foam.
I did.
But did you leave that whammy bar in place? You didn't, did you? Or did you like put it in a little hole?
Do you know, I can't remember where I put the whammy bar. I would have put it in a hole, I
You would have
think.
taken it off and just like put it into the
I
foam.
would have, I would.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he likes that. I've seen him shredding on it.
That was amazing,
Many
that was.
occasions.
Honestly, that day, I've never got past
Oh
that
yeah,
day.
24 hours.
Yeah, 24 hours. FedEx. He picked it up at 1:30 here,
Yeah.
and it was at Leslie's at 1 o'clock the next day in Canada. Whereabouts is he in Canada?
I don't know. It's a big place though, Doug.
It's a big
I don't know if
place,
you know
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Well, they found him, and in one day from here to his place in Canada, he got his guitar in less than 24 hours.
I'll tell you what. You know what? It wasn't delivered by Amazon Prime.
No, it was FedEx.
No, what I'm saying is, I had a package today, a hard drive from a computer. I saw the guy pull up, Prime. So I jumped up, thought, here he is. He jumped out, he went to deliver to another house across the road, 20 metres away. Half an hour later, he came back to my house. I said, oh, you're the same guy who was here half an hour ago, where have you been? He said, oh, I've been like miles away, somewhere else. I said, well, why don't you just drop mine off when you're here? It doesn't make much sense. It's not very logical, is it? He went, well, I have to follow the app. The app only tells me what's next. So you can go here, 5 miles, then past the next, then past your house, 5 miles other way, then back to your house.
Okay.
Absolutely ludicrous.
Well, that's computers, they don't know.
Exactly.
So they're just thinking their own things.
No, but you think if you can put a man on the moon, you think they can just have some kind of algorithm which says what is now within a certain radius of this location.
Obviously they haven't got that.
But you know what? That's where we're going to make the money, Doug.
Okay.
Let's get in touch with Prime and Amazon. We'll be wealthy.
I tell you what, that woman who invested a couple 2,000 quid in Amazon when it first started, she did all right. She's worth 55 billion now.
Is she?
Yeah.
Who was that?
I don't know, just a secretary or something. She put money into when he was setting his business up. When he was setting it up, and
I used to have
55 billion now from 2,000 quid. $1,000. Looks like me.
Too much money.
I think
Me.
that's.
Come on, spit it out, motherfucker.
Oh, it's that Thinge.
Oh yeah. Oh, another one.
Thinge.
Have you gone into cast iron fire terminology now? Looks like your.
It's cast iron though, is it? It's just steel.
Oh, it looks like your spindle is about to break through.
Oh, it's worn out.
You know what that means, don't you?
Door's fucked.
Means you better get the fire brigade on speed dial when it falls off and the whole place goes up again. Or what you could do is
You swap doors.
get it fixed ASAP.
Swap doors. Because the bottom one isn't in use like the top one.
Yeah, you're right there. Yeah. It's not exactly airtight, is it? The bottom door as well.
Neither of the doors are airtight.
That's correct.
Yes? How are you doing? I know why she wanted to go out.
What
now.
did she say?
This
Horse.
This new neighbours moving in across the road.
Oh, where that roof was.
She could hear them moving. No, there's 2 new ones. The roof
Have they got like
and next door.
tap dancing shoes on or something?
No, she can
Is
hear
that how
them.
she could hear them?
Yeah.
Is that the house that's been re-roofed?
They're both of them. The
Yeah.
2 houses.
Yeah.
That one's been rented, and that one has been bought.
Oh yeah, very good.
Yeah, and that's Cliffy's son
Who's
or
Cliff?
daughter.
Cliff Richard?
Cliff.
You kidding me?
Cliff, you know Cliff. He used to come over here all the while. The old chap who used to
Is he the
do.
guy who brought the chips over?
That's the chap.
Yeah,
He's
Cliff.
died.
Cliff Chips. He's
He
died.
He's died. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Cancer.
Nice guy.
He was a lovely guy. He was lovely. Couldn't fault Cliffy. I can never forget him. We had a block, but when we first got here, we had a block drains.
Yeah.
Couple of years after we'd been here.
You filthy beast, Doug.
Block drains. I didn't know what was causing it, and it was all blocked.
Allegedly.
And Cliffy was. I got the drain up, and it was full. And Cliffy was walking past, and he said, "Well, hello, what you doing?" And I told him. I said, "We've got block drains and stuff." I said, "Have you got any rods?" And he says, "Oh, I'll go and find some." And he went. He hadn't got any, but he went round the neighbours and he got me some. So he come back, and now bear in mind he's in his normal day wear. He's in his 70s, Cliff, and he's got his all nice clothes on with his Fair Isle jumper and everything on. And he's out there with the rods, and you know what sewers are like, and drains.
Yeah.
And it was full to the top.
Yeah, I've been
And
there.
he's got his hand in it all with his rod pushed. Honestly, he was covered in shit. Big lumps of shit. Oh, it's horrible.
Was he a farmer?
And
or
then
something?
he's round next door.
Yeah.
He's just carrying on. He's followed all the drains through. He's round there. They've got a great big manhole thing, great big one, and that was full.
Yeah.
And what had happened is we've got roots growing in their garden,
Yeah.
growing through into the old clay drains.
Yeah.
So they're blocking up when people put
Yeah.
wet wipes down.
Yeah.
Anyway, Cliffy got it all clear.
Hmm.
He was covered in shit. And not a bit bothered, and he's standing talking to me, and he's in here on it,
So
touching everything.
So the,
And I'm aghast, you know, because everything now covered in shit, and he
Yeah.
ain't a bit bothered. And he's did it for me a few times
Is that when
over
you-
the years. He was a man and a half, Cliff was. He was brilliant.
yeah.
And you could, but I used to make things for him in wood. You know, if he wanted a fence panel or a piece for a door or a window frame, I'd make them for him. You know.
Do you think he washed his hands when he made those chips?
No.
Mm.
Of course he washed his hands. But he was a lovely bloke and he was so nice and it's the kind of neighbour you want. Cliff
I only
was.
met him once. He seemed nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
I liked
he's
him.
the kind of neighbour you want.
Bloody deaf. Deaf. You think they get that? You think they get that scaffolding down? It's been up for.
Well, they're still
Way too
doing
long.
it, aren't they? Because they've got to put a roof on the extension, whatever they've done. I think they've finished the actual house roof.
Oh yeah.
Because what they've done is taken that thing, have you noticed, at the side of the house is like that, and then you roof her up there, and the roof
It's
up
one of
there.
those things.
And they've done it to that way
I
now.
don't know what
so
you
they've
call
have
it, yeah.
extended the attic,
Yeah.
obviously,
Yeah.
thinned. So I
Yeah.
don't know whether they've put in a window up there, a little room.
Well, they must have extended the gable end.
Yeah,
obviously.
they've extended the gable end, and now they've done an extension round the house.
Yeah.
So I haven't been nosy enough to have a look, but you can see that from when you open the door.
Yeah.
So it'll be nice. They're nice houses over there.
Yeah. Shame about the neighbours opposite.
Well, that's always a drawback.
Yeah. With that big horrible white van.
Yeah, the big horrible white van that hasn't been used for a year.
Like a crusty new age traveller.
It's not been used for a year. What a shame for that van, because it's an incredibly good van.
You ought to just sell it. I mean,
Well, there's nobody working, so who's going to buy it?
well, there's lots of people driving around in vans.
Not many people driving around at the moment, I shouldn't think. Oh.
I'm going to get to the bathroom. You sand, Doug.
Pardon?
I said, sand away.
Sand, I am doing.
Or was that term? Is it sanding or is it?
It's
sort
just sanding, yeah,
sanding or
yeah, as it were. It's wet and dry.
of wet and drying?
1200s this is.
Excellent.
And now, I might just go to one finer.
Are we going to witness that magical act on camera?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's a compulsive noise you have to make, by the way.
I think I almost do that myself. I think.
4,000s.
4,000. You can't go from 1,200 to 4,000.
4,000.
Can't you go to 1,500?
I haven't got 15 fucking
Well, you're a
hundred.
disgrace. Why not?
Because I don't normally use it.
Any man who hasn't got 1,500 in his wet bucket
Yeah, you'd
should be
think.
ashamed of himself.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at that. My hand's more abrasive than that.
Well, this is just about as abrasive as the other side of the paper. You know,
Yeah,
might as well
yeah.
just use the other side of the paper.
Yeah. One second.
This should. You can actually get papers that go so fine now. To I think 12,000, 15,000.
What do you mean?
That you don't need to polish them then.
Yeah, but it depends what you're polishing. If you're polishing something with a really tight grain, or
Yeah.
it's got to be. There's obviously got to be a point to making such products, otherwise they wouldn't make them. Would they?
Yeah, but you don't really need them on a guitar finish because
No.
thousands is enough really.
I agree.
And then T-cut.
That's
Because
correct.
T-cut's abrasive.
You're right. It is, yeah. We wouldn't do anything if it wasn't.
That should be done there. That should be ready for its final polish, I think.
Use the word should.
Well, I use it advisedly because you can just find a slight nump.
I like how you're advising yourself. I'm just advising myself that it might not be quite.
I'll tell you what, I've got a good polishing system. You just put a pad in, electric drill.
Where?
That's very good
Why do you ever do that then?
because that's better.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you hadn't got a buffer
Yeah.
and you couldn't be bothered to make a buffer because you're only doing one,
Yeah.
the pads are great.
Yeah. I totally agree.
This is the pad.
Yeah.
Get them you can get them from anywhere.
Yeah.
Just a piece of foam rubber.
Yeah.
Spin your foam rubber around with a bit of fairy claw on it, and off you go.
Fairy claw?
Fairy claw.
How do you spell that?
I don't need to. It's written on. There you go.
Fairy claw.
Fairy claw.
Fairy claw. Hey up, careful.
I'm going to give it a go. Shall I?
Give it a blast, yeah. Are you going to...
Imagine my nozzle will probably be fucked.
I tell you what, don't bother.
No, you've got to see it now. I've said it.
It's all congealed in the end.
It probably has, yeah.
You're going to do the classic burger
I've
thing.
cleaned my nozzle out.
It's going to go like... and about...
Do you know I cleaned that nozzle out the other day?
Do you think anybody's going to believe you?
No. Not with the way you keep...
What, portraying you?
Yeah.
Well, look...
You give me a...
Ah!
You've given me a bad name.
Yeah, but you're supplying all the information visually. I'm not editing this, am I?
Yeah.
Good job you're not in a court of law. The judge would just say...
That nozzle needs cleaning
Yeah.
out properly. I haven't done obviously not done a very good job of it. I thought I'd done it well.
Yeah. I think we can assume from now on that you're not a man known for...
Well, this is
for
where we
cleaning nozzles very well.
don't do this
I'm
now.
going to back off.
We don't do that. You won't get wet. You don't do this on a piece of plastic because look how slidey it is. So this is where we dump the plastic and go to the foam. A bit more grip.
Stored away. Yeah.
Okay, stored away, yeah.
Well, hey, you realise it's powered. Beautiful, Doug, beautiful.
It's a nice finish, this is.
Less hassle than walking over to the deluxe buffer.
I don't think so.
Plus, you're not in danger of losing an arm.
That's
You
true.
just stumble over.
I stumble over all the while these
That's
days.
what I mean. One arm Doug, that's what you'll be known as.
Stumbling Wilkes.
Stumbling, mumbling, one-armed Wilkes.
Okay.
Spelled C-U-N-T for short. Yeah?
My walking habit in this workshop is absolutely shocking.
Your walking habit.
Well, the way I have to walk around the place, I look like a bloody old man.
God,
What do you mean I am?
I can't picture that. Maybe it's just when you get back from doing like an Ironman run
Oh, is that what it is?
that you struggle a bit sometimes.
Yeah, it must be that.
Or when you've done those 5,000 crunches and
I
press-ups.
used to do all that. You know that, don't you? I used to do all that with all the lads. I used to go to the gymnasium about 5 times a week, doing sit-ups and press-ups and swim-ups and bloody all sorts of things, and then circuit training, and then training with the boxers and everything else we used to do. Now look at the state of me.
Should have kept it up.
I should have. Now I've got to clean my snozzle out.
I don't think you can do it. I think it's beyond you, frankly.
I'm going to take the tool apart.
Just put a needle, what do you call it, a nail through it.
No, it's blocking up in that bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, so that's...
It's not going to be the hardest job of the day, is it, that?
No, it's exactly. I'll do that in a minute. No.
Yeah, I'm just going to go a quick pee.
You are?
Yeah. I won't do it by your back door, I'll use the bathroom this time.
Oh, okay. Wash your hands then. So that's done with that. Now I'll see what that's... it's pretty shiny.
Yes, be back in a second. Yeah.
That might be shiny enough. After doing it with the 4000s, no it isn't.
Now it isn't.
No, it isn't shiny enough.
Oh, I thought you said now it isn't. No, it isn't, yeah. Well, it's a good demonstration of a power tool
But that's...
buffing technique.
yeah, it isn't enough. But that would, because if you can see there, it's getting shinier.
Yes.
And that would actually go to a finish. But let's not, eh? Let's go to the buffer.
Deluxe buffing, Doug.
Well, this will do it.
Are you going to clean that?
No, I'm going to do a bit more there and just show you that this will do it.
artistic zoom out. Say goodbye,
What on
Doug.
earth have you just zoomed out of that
I don't know,
filthy rag for?
An artistic zoom out.
That wasn't artistic, it was bollocks.
Listen, I've got to go. I've had enough
Yes,
of
you
you.
bloody well have.
I've had enough of you.
I've had enough of you.
And I believe there's a Christmas film starting in 5 minutes, so
Is there?
make your way in the house
Oh, what is it?
quickly. It's sort of about some bone idle bastard who makes things out of wood.
All right.
He feels guilty about not doing enough work,
Okay.
and he's just miserable all Christmas
Okay, that sounds like the fun for me.
until he decides to turn his life around and make some more effort in the new year.
Listen, I'm thinking, only thinking, mind, of polishing the Macafucking ferry.
What, before you strip it again?
I'm not going to strip it again, it's done.
Yeah, it's been done about
It's got
5
to be,
times.
you've seen me sanding down now, or wet and drying down. That's got to be wet and dried down for 1200s and then 4000s.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I shall polish it by
Yeah,
hand.
yeah, yeah.
All by hand, it won't be up a buffer.
Yeah, but hang on a second, you're supposed to be finishing this bass off for this guy. The guy with no name.
What base off with it?
The G&L.
This is his base as
No,
well.
not that. I know he's got no... Has he got no name as well?
It's the same bloke.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh. I thought I wouldn't have been remotely surprised if you didn't know the name of 2 customers. Could you be more rude? I was talking to you.
Oh, were you? Well, you said I don't do any work, so I thought, here I am, doing some work.
Is that it?
No, I'm just chuffing around the edge.
Chiefy.
Just chuffing around the edge binding, and then I'm going to scrape more.
I'm going to look up, I'm going to luthiers.com
Yeah.
and look up the word chiefing.
Chuffing. It's not cheating.
Right, Doug, turn around, come on, let's
Chuffing, I was chuffing.
chuffing and chiefing. You say
You
chiefing,
heard
I
the
say
noise
chiefing.
that the spray gun was making. It was going chuff, 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 chuff.
Yeah.
So that was that. Chuff, chuff. And what I was doing, I was chuffing.
Right
And
then,
what I will do now...
put your homeless man's plastic sheet back on the bench.
Yeah.
Woof.
Your future home.
Yeah.
And I shall be bringing that in here in about half an hour when that's dried and scraping the edge binding properly.
When the commercial kicks in.
And
Where are you going? Hang on. Look. Say goodbye to your clients. Tell them what a wonderful 2020 you've had. It's been a great pleasure. You're looking forward to seeing them all next year.
Hmm.
And say to them when clients do come round, if they
Yeah.
can just ensure that you've written their name down
Yeah.
so that you know who they are.
So everybody have an absolutely marvellous Christmas, but fuck off now because I'm one game watch a Santa movie.
Who's that American actor who plays the drunk? He's really good, isn't he?
Billy Bob Thornton.
No, he plays a drunk. He used to be drunk, but he wasn't drunk.
Oh,
He was like-
Chester somebody.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, he was very funny.
You're starting to sound like him a bit. Unless you're back on the pop again.
I haven't. No. I nearly had a glass of port last night.
Port?
Yes, nice at Christmas.
It's disgusting.
Anyway, I didn't have one.
Why would you want? Who in the right mind want a glass of port?
Anybody who enjoys Christmas.
Port, though. I mean,
Port, yes.
there's no point to it.
It's absolutely lovely.
I've had port for years.
Ah, there you are then. Well, you're not supposed to drink, you are, because you're with you being alky. Registered alcoholic.
Oh, am I? Okay, yeah. No, port. I don't know. You better
And I
off.
see you've put a couple of stone on her with this pandemic.
No, it's just my stomach.
All right.
Yeah. Hang on.
Your
Let's
face.
just pan down.
Yeah. Well, I've put 2 stone on.
Yeah. So you're still going to Slimmer's World, is he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the before.
You put 2 stone on.
2 stone on.
Come on, Doug.
I've put 2 stone on.
There's no worse lying than lying to yourself. Let's call it 4, and then end as friends.
No, I was already a fat bastard. Now I'm a super fat bastard. But there's nothing I can do about it.
You look thinner, actually. You must have been obese.
Yes, but I've got an
Before.
overactive knife and fork.
You've been using that one for years. You know what you need to do? Start
Still got
smoking
the same.
again.
I know.
Just think, if you could have 80 death every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love smoking.
I don't think you would. If I went and got you some now, I think you'd light the first one up and you go,
No.
horrible.
Horrible.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I wouldn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't. I absolutely, from the very first cigarette I ever smoked, I loved them.
Yeah. It's kind of like an addiction, you know.
It is.
My dad said to me like a few months ago before he died, he said when he gets a letter from his doctor telling him he's got not got long left to live, he wanted to go out and get a pack of cigarettes. Never got his wish.
No. I used to say I'd start again when I was 70.
When you're 70?
When I'm 70, I'll start again. Watch, you see, look at that! Knocking them over.
Yeah, it must be this extra weight I'm carrying.
Yeah, it must be.
My arms are obviously a foot
It's
wider than they were
obviously
before.
Wider than you think you are.
Yeah. Hang on, what's that?
It's probably me dog.
There's some kind of whimpering outside. I think it's a human.
It's Jessie.
Oh.
Jess, where are you?
Well, do you know if it's Jessie if you can't even see it?
Oh, are you stuck?
She's here, you blind bastard. Dog. This dog's
You're stuck there behind the plant pot.
I think the dog's probably more worried about you. It's thinking in its head, this lump that owns me, fuck me, I'm really worried about it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I thought you were sodding off now anyway.
I am, yeah, gotta go. Right, Doug,
She's lovely.
I'd like to say it's been a pleasure, but it's been more than that.
Yes,
it's been more than a pleasure, it's been a delight.
Yes, have a nice Christmas.
I might try and see you in the new. I don't think I'll be starting my deluxe job in the first week. It'll probably be the second or the third week.
Okay.
So I might come up
You like threatening me, don't you?
to annoy you a bit more.
Okay. Well, the pandemic's worse now than ever, so we'll have to see. Won't we, what we're doing? We will, Jesse.
Well, all I know is I'll be in a job and I'll be getting paid.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm okay.
And you'll be getting paid whether you do the job or not.
Isn't that the nature of the organisation I'll be working for?
Well, it won't be in the nature of working in here. If I don't do something for somebody, I don't get paid anything.
You know what I'm still self-employed as well, you know.
So if I go watch a Santa movie now, I'm not earning any money.
Yeah, well, I understand. I've been self-employed for about 9 years.
Yeah.
I don't make excuses like that. I just say.
Well, I am doing.
I just say, look, I do.
I'm being the Christmas Grinch.
No, I openly say I hardly do any work.
Yeah.
Who wants to
I
work?
thought we were going now anyway. Will you sod off?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Do
go.
sodding.
Right, Doug. See you later.
See you. Have a nice Christmas.
Yeah, I might ring you up Christmas morning and pop round. Yeah, how about that?
Yeah, I can't wait. How about me putting some more coal on my fire?